Hello, everybody. It's Preston here, also known as Godzilla Hawk, and we are here with.
And
if you watched our Hardcore Justice review, we promised we were going to give you guys talk about two topics. We are going to do, as you can tell from the title, we are doing Lucha Underground. We're not going to talk about the episode we just watched, but we're just going to talk about Lucha Underground as a whole, the pros and the cons, because every wrestling promotion has positives and it has negatives. And then after this, I would say give it like another minute or two. After a couple minutes after this video, we'll give our thoughts about Age of Ultron. And just let you know, in that video, there might be spoilers. So if you don't want to be spoiled, don't watch that video. So just a heads up. Now, let's move on to, let's go ahead and talk about Lucha Underground first. WWE's Extreme Rules was trash. Hardcore Justice was kind of meh. But Lucha Underground, in my opinion, is probably the best wrestling promotion I've seen in a long time. Probably next to NXT. I gotta say right now, I've always been wanting to do a Lucha Underground review. I just didn't know when would be the good time. I really want to talk about this product because it's proof that this is what pro wrestling is. This isn't just staged. This isn't scripted. But what I like about it is it's not just Lucha Libre style, which we've all seen in the past. Guys like Rey Mysterio and Chavo Guerrero, Sin Cara, guys like that. But it's different. It's kind of its own. It's kind of original way. What I mean by that is, well, with a lot of wrestling promotions, there's always a lot of backstage stuff. There's a lot of promos and stuff. But there's not as many promos here. And the style, it's almost like a movie type style where they do like cutscenes instead of like, okay, we're just gonna follow and stay here for a backstage segment and that's it. But no, they like pan it. So like action scenes they do in the back. It almost feels like a movie. And in fact, one of the producers is Robert Rodriguez, who's directed From Dusk Till Dawn. This is more famous film. Like he's done a lot of movies in the past. He's a producer. You could kind of see that kind of element he kind of does with this wrestling promotion. But it's still technically a wrestling promotion, but it's still
not crap.
Exactly. Like I said, this, in my opinion, Brandon will agree with me. Yes, there are negatives with the show. Every product does. But I think, Brian, you'll agree with me that it's mostly positive. There's barely anything we're going to be picky about. Honestly,
I didn't tell him to jump off the roof, okay? I want to start by saying that right now. I did not tell him to jump off the roof. I predictified it. I did not tell him to do it.
We'll talk more about that part in particular.
Looks like we got another Jeff Hardy.
So not crackhead.
I don't know. He has to be drug tested first. They're Mexican.
Well, first of all, before we actually get into like the roster and like some of the matches and stuff, like what are your thoughts about the overall idea of having almost like movie-based type thing for like a wrestling promotion? I know it's original.
Honestly, I don't really have anything to say on that one. I'm not anybody to talk to about production lines and stuff like that. Honestly, I'm pretty much entertained every single Lucha Underground. That's all that really matters.
Okay, so you can really care less if it's movie style or not, as long as
we don't do something stupid like 3D or HD. I was like, I don't need it that way.
Yeah, no.
I know it's on TV. I know the guy's supposed to be smaller than he actually is. I know. I get it.
Yeah.
I don't need any more upgrades. If I need upgrades, I'd ask you guys why they walk down a giant thing of concrete stairs versus a walk path. I mean, seriously.
Well,
oops, I tripped over my huge flowing gown that's known as my costume. Blah, 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 blah.
Well, there is
right in front of the viewers. Ooh, Mommy, what's that coming out of his ears? Jello.
But that is the one thing I have to mention. They actually have two entranceways. Yes, they usually go down the stairs, which is a little bit interesting. It almost feels like a shield, or like how Edge and Christian used to do when they come through the crowd. And then there is like a stage where there's an open area, then they come through.
But they primarily use that as the exit.
Yeah, but
they don't exit
have
the stairs. And then there's also the exit that goes around the actual main. I'm gonna call it the office, but it's a cubicle with a roof.
Yeah. Yeah.
El Jefe's doorway. We call it that. El Jefe's doorway.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk about some of the stars. We'll go ahead and we'll start with Prince Puma, who is the current Lucha Underground champion. I think this guy is very impressive.
Also the first champion.
Yep, very first. Very great superstar. He's very gifted. You can tell this guy is very innovative with his moves. He's a true cruiserweight. Honestly, I think you'll agree with me. Watching Lucha Underground kind of misses you. Kind of misses like the cruiserweight division, like the true X division. How even though they weren't in the main title scene,
the biggest impact they ever had was high flying. And I know it's saying a lot of things, like for instance that definition for cruiserweight divisions, but X division took things to new heights, and that's what they do. It's not just off the rings. You're talking about a lot of jumping out of the ring, a lot of high risk maneuvers that are higher than normal.
The Christopher Daniel spot with Manning too, like from the top of the freaking Ultimate X thing. Oh God, that almost killed Daniels right there.
Or when what's his name jumped off the roof into the ring. I didn't tell him to do it. You can't prove anything.
Well, again, we'll talk a lot more about that in particular. I mean, do you have anything to talk about Prince Puma? Is there like anything?
Prince Puma is very gifted, very capable. He actually has a physical stature, that definition of his character that actually says championship material. So I don't even have a complaint about him holding the title at all. He's defined himself in every match I've seen him in so far, and I'm looking forward to seeing him step out on his own, but not what happens with the title when that happens. I already know what's going to happen with that one. Besides that, not too much. Yeah. He seems like a traditional style wrestler. He doesn't take as many as many risks as everyone else does. But yeah, very impressive.
Yeah. Next is a guy that recently, I would say, got fired. I'm putting that quotations because it could be staged.
All right, let's talk about my favorite wrestler that just got dismissed.
Yeah, well, fired. I think he's just taking time off, and they're going to do something later on because he did say, I'll be back. And, of course, he will be. I don't think they are stupid enough to release him. Is Drago. Drago, I really liked the character when he first came in because he was all dragonized costume. Like, I remember he first came, he had the freaking mouth thing where the dragon mouth. I think he would rip it off in a Jello ton. Like, he always comments on the Jello ton.
I think so cool. I still say if he fit into it, he could turn it into mist. I bet that's something he's just waiting to utilize. Of course, WWE like, hey, we did that, and like, I don't care. I don't care. He didn't bite his own fake tongue to make it happen. You saw him go, this guy goes, and that's it. He's like,
And again, this guy's an amazing athlete. He's very tremendous at what he does.
He's one of the many super kickers.
Yeah. Very good in the ring. He works really well with a lot of stars. I mean, he had classic matches with one of the other stars, Aerostar, which was one of the best out of 5 matches ever. Where they put us on the best matches. Like, if you guys have not seen Lucha Underground, I recommend it. Look up Drago, and I'm just saying this guy is very impressive for what he does. Do you have anything else to comment about Drago?
No, let's face facts. One of the few mythical creatures out in the world that I've always appreciated was dragons. So to actually see a wrestler with a personification adopting a dragon look and doing so well, I mean, it wasn't just like, oh, look, the mask has horns to it. It's actually pretty well done. I recommend you guys definitely look him up. He's not one of them fake little, oh, I'm a dragon, I can spit fire. He's quite an athlete, and his strengths, yeah, his personification fits the whole thing. And the fact is, I believe what he's saying. I don't think that there's a chance in hell that the company would let him go, at least not without letting him hold the title at least once. It'd be like,
if they got rid of like Phoenix.
It'd be like if, turn the century back a little bit here and just say, Hulk Hogan got fired his first year before he could even hold the championship, and Hulkamania never happened. It's one of those things where getting rid of this guy was a bad idea from the start, and I hope it doesn't, backfire on them, or God forbid they actually really did release him.
Well,
I mean, he can always go somewhere else, but
Global Force Wrestling, there's a new wrestling company too. There's a chance too, but like I said,
we don't know. That's going to redefine his character 100%. That's going to be really bad.
We don't know that for sure, though. We don't know. This is, like I said, I think this is staged. Maybe he did get released, and if he did, like I said, there's other wrestling promotions he can go to. He can still keep the gimmick.
I'm on this one. Yeah.
South Park horror over here.
Yes, I am.
Yes. Another star I kind of want.
My name is not man.
Another star we like to talk about very quickly is probably the more aggressive stars, Pentagon Jr. You know who I'm talking about, the guy that's been breaking arms. I love the look of him. I love the look. He kind of has the costume of like somebody like from like that one of the ninjas from Mortal Kombat, like Scorpion or Sub-Zero. He kind of has that kind of outfit, but he has like a skull type look onto him. It's pretty innovative.
Personification is basically that of a thug.
He's a great athlete as well. He's a great heel. I almost consider almost like a Brock Lesnar way, how he just destroys people, but not as big and bulky and dangerous as Brock Lesnar, but he's still very impressive still for a heel that likes to tear arms out of the sockets and stuff. But I just think he's a great athlete. I see him becoming a champion.
We got chicken legging him.
I see him becoming a world champion soon. Maybe in the next year or two, I can see it happen. Anything in particular about him?
No, not really. I don't like the fact that he's only once in a while on the show right now. But besides that, that's probably that's a con. That's one of the few cons I have about the show. Well, it's only an hour long, so I know they can only show so much talent.
It's like NXT. Like you can't just put like every guy on there in one show.
I thought they started putting the other guys on there. Or some new ones we haven't seen.
Well, at least it's not like Chavo Guerrero where we haven't seen him in a while.
We had an opportunity to see 4 guys go at it. Instead of that, they stuck Patty McCheeseburger ass in the ring and had him knock all the guys out of the ring. And I was like, I don't want to see this guy. He's got the Batista bomb. Congratulations. He's
Power bomb, not Batista bomb.
He still attacked 4 guys.
Yeah, I know.
Who were just trying to do something.
Anyways, let's go to one of the more impressive athletes. I think he's probably one of my favorites currently is Phoenix. He recently had a match with another pretty big guy. He's very big. He was very athletic too. Very impressive. Was Mil Muertes, I believe he was. And I'm going to stand by this, and everybody's going to agree. Those two had the probably match of the year. It was the best casket match I've ever seen on any pro wrestling program. I watched that match at least maybe 7-8 times already. It's an awesome match. Phoenix is impressive, and like Mil Muertes, for guy's size, is pretty impressive as well. They had a great match. I could go on and on about that match, but I don't want to because there's way more to talk about. Do you have any thoughts about Phoenix and Mil Muertes?
I was wondering when he'd come back though, Muertes.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him come back. I miss him. He's a good character, a good wrestler. As for Phoenix, I gotta tell you, his movesets are half, babyface, half heel because he slaps the crap out of you. Besides that, yeah, hey, you doing something? Ow! Yeah, it's just like, what the? You're gonna piss him off. He's bigger than you. He's gonna eat you.
One more time, just do this. Let's see how many people get the reference.
No. But yeah, he's impressive with his speed and talent. So I'm pretty sure
this guy always comments that he looks like Rey Mysterio. He always does. Not even funny.
Yeah, he has the same look, same build, same stature as Rey Mysterio. Just the only difference is he's missing some tattoos.
Now let's move on to another guy that personally I think we both agree is one of our favorites. In my opinion, he might be my favorite currently. Is Angelico. Now we can talk. Now we can finally talk about this.
I didn't tell him to do it. He did it himself. I was like, do it, and do it. This guy's sitting there going, he's so far away from the ring, he can't do anything. I was like, unless he jumps off the roof of the office into the ring. And literally, not even 3 seconds. I did not see that coming. That little voice in the back of my head was like, I bet he's stupid enough to do this. And I just said it. And then,
you jinxed it.
I don't know what just happened, but I definitely know that I didn't see it coming. Apparently, he left his brain up on top of the office.
Anyways, talk about Angelico first, because I've been talking a lot.
Man, he takes a beating and just keeps going. I've known a lot of wrestlers who have done that. I mean, some of the tops are, of course, Christian. Edge is taking big beatings. One of the big ones, Shelton Benjamin, has taken a beating and come back the very next night after being robotized. He's a robot. Manic has taken a beating. Hardcore Holly, no, Crash Holly. Crash Holly took the beating. He took a beating of a lifetime, and still kept going. But to pick up the victory still, it was very impressive. He deserves to be champion. I hope they don't mess up being the first ever trios champion of any wrestling promotion ever. But honestly, I do have to say I don't like the fact that you can have a mixed tag for that. Definitely interjects some personal issues about men putting their hands on women. Always, whether it's a fighting wrestling promotion or as we call it, scripted or fake. For those of you who are like, is that fake? But it does promote a man putting his hands on a woman. Don't get me wrong. If that woman can kick the crap out of me, she still has to be an American Gladiator, what type style woman, before I'll try to kick her in her non-existing nuts. Hopefully, it depends how many steroids that dude did to become a woman. Just saying.
The wrestler.
So what? Oh yeah.
Yeah, you went way too far.
I'm just saying. But yeah, El Helico.
Yeah, Angelico, I think. Angelico.
I would just call him Angel because technically that's what his name is, right? They just say it Spanishy. It's Spanishy.
We'll just call him Green Tights.
Okay, Green Tights. Green Hornet. Oh yeah, that was impressive. High flyer, high risk maneuver. Everything he does is high risk.
Don't forget, the main reason why you like him is that he's a babyface, but he's super cocky.
Yes, he's another Jeff Hardy. And until we get the drug test results back, I believe they are officially skiing the same slopes. Don't get me wrong, he's still rocking it, but How's your thoughts on El Snort Green Pants? It's okay to smile. Great face. Ugh. Somewhere there are 3,000 munchkins running for their lives.
No, that would be Jose and his glasses.
Anywho.
Yeah, there's so many wrestlers we could talk about. We might even do a part 2 of this, but overall, the roster they have is very talented. Even for WWE guys like Chavo Guerrero, Johnny Muto, who's John Morrison, Ezekiel Jackson are used way better in Lucha Underground than they were.
His name is Big Rick now.
Yeah, Big Rick. Not Big Dick, Big Rick.
Big Dick. How about Big Mac? There's a name for you. You got a big black guy gonna wrestle you, or call him Big Mac.
The Mac though, but he likes to call him Big Mac.
And Big Mac, does that come with cheese?
No, it comes with KFC.
Is that a large order of fries to come with it?
No, it comes with chicken.
I'm trying not to go near that one, but how do you call a guy Big Mac? I mean, seriously. The Mac, Big Mac. I'm not kidding. I bet half the people who watch it don't call him the Mac. They probably call him Big Mac just because it's funny.
Dude.
And Big Dick.
Okay.
Big Dick.
Brandon. Is the Mac extra crispy? Look out, the Colonel's looking for him.
There's no way guy on that team. Stop
it. No, but no, seriously, no. The Mac is actually a good wrestler too.
Impressive for his size.
Yeah.
Big Mac. He must picture a Big Mac every time he's about to do a move. He's like, I earned this.
Now we'll go ahead and briefly talk about the championships. We'll go ahead and start with the trios titles because those are the more recent ones that recently came out. I like the fact how it's instead of 2, like a traditional tag team. It's 3 people. I like that. It makes it more interesting. It makes it more unpredictable and more, wrestling. And makes it, go
No
interesting.
disqualification.
What I also like about it is, like I said, I think I disagree with Brandon just for a slight thing. I like the fact how they put women in the mix. It just makes it more interesting because if it was all men, it would have just been the same thing that everyone else does. But they're adding women to this mix is good because you're also letting them shine and prove that they're not just freaking models. They're not just like sex symbols, that they can actually perform well, just as well as the men, and they can hold their own. That's why we see like Evil East and Sexy Star wrestle. And of course, this guy is so immature.
They can hold what now?
Wait, what? They hold their own in the ring against the men. What's so bad about that? What's so bad? I'm trying to be serious here.
I can't take you seriously anymore.
Why? What did I say? Okay, how about this? They perform just as well as the men.
I'm sure they do.
Shut up. Come on. Stop turning the same color as your shirt.
I'm trying not to laugh that hard, but you make it very hard.
That's what she said.
No. She was the reason why it was getting that hard in the first place. I guess tell her to take her top and put it back on, but she don't listen.
Was it his sister again? They don't get the reference, but we do. No, but I like the fact
Quit breaking the fourth wall. Quit breaking the wall.
Hi, Tom. Hi, Ryan Reynolds. You got your shirts. No, but I like the design of the
Enjoy our money.
I like the fact that I like the designs on it. I like the red color. It kind of reminds me of the knockout tag titles when they had them back in TNA. I like the designs of it, and like I said, it's good. Let's just hope that you get some actual teams that will fit well together. Like I said, we got the crew, which is part of it, but like I said, let's just see where this goes. But I'm really curious, and it's definitely something fresh for the scene. Now let's move on to the main championship, the Lucha Underground World Championship. Now, let's talk about the first original title that only lasted, I think, maybe like a few weeks. Let's be honest, it looked kind of cartoonish. It looked like Brad and I could have easily made it an arts and crafts show.
I made it myself. I carved it out of soap.
From prison?
I'll shank you.
I pity the fool.
Oh, he just made it racist. Congratulations. You've tried too hard officially.
That's what she said.
I think she was more like, oh, it's okay. Better luck next time. Maybe you should have put a bigger quarter in there.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
My therapist asked me the same question. Well, here comes his therapy issues.
I got my quarter ready.
I said a bigger quarter. That looks even smaller.
There, it's bigger now.
Yeah, it's not what she said.
Actually, that was what your mom said.
Oh, look at him trying.
The Lucha Underground Championship, it was a little odd, but thankfully they tore up the championship, and now we got the new championship, which looks way, way better. It kind of reminds me of the old TNA World Heavyweight Championship, in a way, in a sense. Like I said, it looks way better. It looks like an actual championship that you want to get on like a that old paper championship where Cage just ripped up the beast. So I do like the fact they definitely changed it. Like I said, that's pretty much all the pros I got.
I'm officially a Mothman fan.
What the fuck does that have to do with anything?
I'm officially a Mothman fan.
Did Mount Monsters get to you again?
No, Mothman fan. He who wears a yellow shirt. Who doesn't love the psychologically imbalanced? We've all seen them.
A lot of people in Antioch and Pittsburgh.
No, we just breed them. There's a big difference.
We breathe.
We're poor, we hate each other, and we're psychotically imbalanced. What do? Make children.
And then we'll take
What?
And then we'll take it to a high school in Lone Tree.
What?
No.
What are the reasons why kids actually have leashes? Leashes are for pets. Belts are for your children. There's a big difference.
Now, like I said, there are cons with this. Not a whole lot, but I think we better address this the first thing right now because Brandon will definitely want to talk about this. Is the fact that sometimes you can tell like some of the moves are botched. Some of the moves are botched a little bit. They're a little slow. They kind of take a little time sometimes.
It's a blatant botch. I mean, you can see small botches here and there, but to have a blatant botch, I mean, that's pretty sad. You're talking about the most athletic guys in the world today.
I mean, I can't.
And it's like 10 seconds later, you're still trying to figure out why the guy hasn't turned around. If he's not going to turn, hit him in the back of the head. He obviously wants you to.
Well, like I said, sometimes it's, like I said, you could tell it's botched, but other times they actually do fix it. But you can't always blame them. I mean, they're trying their best to do a show, and eventually you're going to make mistakes. It happens in all wrestling promotions. You're going to get botched. It's going to come a mistake from time to time.
And the other guy is going to eventually get critically hurt, and you're going to feel really bad about it as you're counting your money from the win.
Yeah. But that's just one minor thing. I think the other minor thing I would probably say is I kind of hope they add more championships to the mix. I would like to actually have an actual women's division. Because right now we need a women's division. The reason why is because these women are really talented. The only problem is, I think
we seen like 4 or 5 women in the entire thing.
No, I think only 2. Because then we have that one chick that's training the cry thing with the other guy, and she might be a third one. But like I said, I'm not saying make a women's title for them because obviously you don't have enough women, so it won't make sense.
Because what'll happen is the cross-dressing dude's gonna hold that title at one point.
But in all seriousness, like I said, I wouldn't mind a women's division, but like I said, get the women first. Like I said, you have a decent start, but we need more. We need to progress a little bit, just get more, and then I say get mid-card titles next thing, and then you'll be set for a full show championships. You got world, mid-card, tag team, and then women's. I think that's the basics you need. So focus on the women's championship last.
How about a speed champion? Yeah.
I said mid-card.
How about a speed champion?
Again, mid-card. So you're talking about mid-card. Like,
you know how you do that? Speed championship can only exchange hands once a night. But it takes like 4 matches. And what it is the title is suspended and the 4 matches go on, and the winner of the 4 matches that wins in the least amount of time wins the title.
You mean like a beat the clock type of thing?
Yes, except instead of having to beat the actual champion, all you gotta do is beat the clock.
This guy called the ladder match today at WrestleMania, and you don't know what can happen now.
I have a lot of good ideas. Unfortunately, I got a lot of bad ideas too. Like jumping off the office into the ring.
That was fucking awesome.
Yeah, I'm sure he felt awesome afterwards. Like, oh, that was stupid.
But it was worth it.
Did they catch him? Kinda. Watch. Boom! I didn't make him do it.
I know that. I think those are the only cons I think we really have that we can name on the top of our head. Like I said, does that mean the cons overshadow the pros? No. This is still an amazing wrestling product. We are continuing to watch this as fans. Eventually, we'll try to do live reactions one of these days. Like I said, that's the only thing that's the only thing they need to do, and maybe make the show maybe another hour or so, make it like a 2-hour show if it does better. Is my only recommendation. But either of that, it's still a great show. So that's all I have to say. It's just an awesome show. If you're a pro wrestling fan, definitely check it out. That's all I can really say. Like, yeah, those are cons we listed, but it's still an amazing show and does not ruin it for me.
I do have one last thing to say. The adding of Hernandez, Mexico or Super Max, same guy, kind of sort of. I didn't care for it because we've seen him in TNA. We've seen him
I
a
thought
lot
you
in
were
TNA.
in love with him.
Well, I've always liked his character as Supermax because he was impressive. The fact that he never held the TNA title was bullshit. But I don't mind the fact they bring in Daivari into the mix too. I just don't want them to go overboard and start signing people who have been dumped. I know that these guys are trying their hardest to get somewhere with their careers, but I want to keep this particular company. I want to see this company stay legitimately new. I don't want them to start digging for old characters and giving them titles because they've been seen on the WWE or something.
Well,
I want them to stand out and stand alone as an individual company and showing talent that's not been shown at all. Because the second you start bringing those characters from the other companies into your company will be changed. You will be revolutionized into being a semi-copy of those companies. And a lot of those companies aren't working out too well right now, TNA being one of them. And it shows. It shows what it'll do. And unfortunately, a lot of their fans are already starting not to be interested because of the introduction of Alberto Del Rio, or whatever they want to call him. Johnny Mundo was a character that was completely unjustly let go, period. So the fact that they swooped in and got him was a plus. But you're talking Hernandez was kind of a failed experiment, and you have Daivari was a bit of a failed attempt as well. But Daivari also
was more over than Daivari.
But Daivari, yeah.
He was a more X-Division wrestler.
But having Daivari means that they might also sign Muhammad.
I really doubt. He's a school teacher at the moment, so I don't know.
I wouldn't care left, right, up, or down. I just hope they don't go around picking up the talent just because.
No, I know.
Look what TNA did. TNA picked up Fatty McBoobalati, whatever his name is. Brodus Clay. And I got to tell you, his character in that company is it's worse than stale. It's pointless. It's like when Batista was first in the WWE and he was just the bodyguard
with the chain.
Yeah, pointless. He has a bit of strength, a good strike, but he can't take a hit. His character's pointless. I know it could line him up for a breakthrough, but as much fun as it's been to watch him fail, can you imagine him having a breakthrough and becoming something in TNA? Oh my God!
No.
That would ruin TNA completely.
Yeah, no.
But I'm hoping that doesn't happen to Lucha Underground. I just hope they be a little more careful with the talent that they're picking up, because I like the new guys more than I like the old ones. Because the new guys are trying harder and they're taking a lot more risks. Because the old guys know they have job security and what their rights are as professional wrestlers, and they won't take that. They won't take the risks. They won't take the movabilities. They won't take the show and take it to new heights. They won't push the envelope. They won't get your company up. You need to stay with new talent and let the old talent fight over what was already there, and just keep going new talent. Drago was new talent. Prince Puma, new talent. All these guys that you got are new talent, except for maybe about 4 of them. And out of all of them, I'd say yes, Johnny Mundo is the best that you've gotten from the resale of characters. But don't overdo it. Otherwise, you're a carbon copy. Okay? So keep it new and let your new guys show you what they can do with their innovations.
Yeah. No, and that's a fair adjustment. I'm not gonna just prejudge you right there.
The second he found out that Alberto Del Rio was, and I was like, well, I didn't have too much problem with him, but I understood his character was stale.
Well, I think he was just better as an overall Mexican. I heard he's a talented wrestler, but I think in WWE they just shoved it down his throats and he didn't really do anything. But Lucha Underground, at least he did something. So, like I said, for better or for worse, I get, I agree with you in a sense that we do need that. You want the new talent to be noticed. And that's always, you want to make the talent, all the original talent be like, because all these guys are somehow popular around the world, but we've never seen them on TV. and you're introducing to us for the first time, and it gets us like, wow, I remember Prince Puma. I remember Angelico. I remember Son of Havoc. I remember Phoenix. I remember Mel Morantes. I remember these guys. I remember these guys are independent wrestlers, but then I saw these guys in Lucha Underground, and they really impressed me. Yeah, there were some few other WWE and TNA wrestlers, but it was mostly all brand new. Yes, I agree with Brent. Having like WWE stars is good to help the popularity up, but you don't, like you said, you don't want to overshadow. You do want to keep the new talent. Like for example, like Global Force Wrestling at the moment is signing some WWE guys at the moment. It's a good thing you're bringing guys like that, guys that haven't been used or were really big in other companies. That's fine. But we also want some like ROH guys. We want some New Japan guys or independent wrestling guys. We want different guys.
How about some brand new independent wrestlers? Some people who have never been on TV. Something that they'll bring something new to the competition. Something that people will appreciate. If they've seen them in one particular show several times, if they're going to just bring that to your new show, you're wasting your time.
Well, that, like I said, that's what Global Force Wrestling is. It didn't say, oh, it's a bunch of new talent. It's all about the best wrestlers and all the wrestlers that they believe. That's what it is. As Bob said, we go around the world, different companies around the world, to search out the best wrestlers, whether they're independent we don't know about or they're from other shows. That's why people are remember that in TNA they're getting really pissed off and they're threatening to leave the company and join Global Force Wrestling for a reason. Dolph Ziggler is rumored to quit WWE and he might go Global Force Wrestling immediately. But like I said, that's a different topic when we actually start watching it. But like I said, Lucha Underground, like I said,
check it out.
It's very awesome. Yeah, very awesome. I'm kind of speechless. There's so much we could talk about, but we got another video we got to do. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So comment down below. Tell us what you think about Lucha Underground if you watched it. Do you think it's a great wrestling program? What are the pros of the show and what are the cons of the show for you? And that's pretty much it. Don't forget to stick around for the Age of Ultron review, which will be coming up in a couple of minutes. So take care of all my peeps, and we'll see you guys in about 2 to 3 minutes. And that's all you got? That's all you got?
Oh, yeah. Wait. One more.
Oh, a finger in them. Oh, look. Fingers. Chicken fingers.
Yeah, you found another one.
Oh, I found 2 more for you.
Oh, look at him. He's a copy finger. Total copy finger. Copy finger.
See you guys in a little bit.